Radio. This interview is brought to you by First Security Bank, Thrivent Financial, Breen's Pharmacy, and Zillsdorf Auction and Real Estate Services. I am joined by Leysha Ward, who is the president of Community Community Relations for the Target Corporation. What a pleasure to have you with us.
Oh, we're excited to be here. We're thrilled that you're a part of this celebration for the entire Benson community.
Justin and I were talking. We cannot believe what this is doing to this little town of wonderful people, bringing out all this star power and celebrating education. Tell me about the event and how this was all brought together.
Well, Target has a deep commitment to education. It's our guest's top social concern, and in fact, we're on track to give $1 billion to education by the end of 2015. And we want to make sure that kids know that education is important and that they are important. And Give with Target has been a terrific way for us to engage communities by voting on Facebook for schools that are important to them, which allows us to provide much needed financial resources. So the entire Benson community rallied and was the first school in the entire country to win $10,000 for their school.
Was this the first time you had done a Facebook promotion, Leysha?
This is the second year. So Give with Target was a wildly successful campaign last year. But what's unique about this year, we were able to double the amount that our guests could help allocate. So this year it was $5 million that guests could vote and allocate through Facebook. And it really allowed communities all across the country, in small towns and large towns, to get involved and to talk about not only the important issue of education, but to do something about it.
Right.
So Benson, of course, received $10,000 in this incredible community celebration. But again, schools all across the country are able to use these resources to put towards much needed supplies and technology and books or whatever it is that they need.
And schools all across the country can learn from the city of Benson as to the power of Facebook and that this is really happening. I think, in all honesty, I think there was some fear that, is this really going to happen or is this a hoax? And here you all are.
Absolutely. You know, I think Target really believes in bringing out the very best in people and making communities strong. And this was a great example of how a small but mighty community rallied, and the high school supported the elementary school, and local businesses and local elected officials, the local media, everyone came together, and alum from this community who were all over the country leverage social media and leverage traditional media, including flyers and posters in the windows of local businesses to get everybody focused on what mattered. And what mattered was making sure that the kids were first, and that education was put first, and as a result, Benson came out on top, and we're here today to celebrate with not only the elementary school, but everyone in this community with just an amazing lineup of stars who are going to remind the kids that learning is fun, and education is fun, and obviously it's critically important for their future success and for America's global competitiveness.
Right. We were talking off air about all the signage and things that were going on in Benson and how it reminded us of a certain movie, Hoosiers.
Absolutely.
And you know a little something about that.
I do know a little something about that. I tell you, when I was driving up from Minneapolis today, it literally brought a tear to my eye and joy to my heart to see all of the amazing signs, the handmade signs that were up in windows and hanging over the banners of people's homes. They were so excited about being here, and it reminded me of the movie Hoosiers. I happen to be a Hoosier.
Yes.
I was born in a small rural town of less than 700 people, so I understand small town spirit and pride, and I'm just extraordinarily pleased that a small local town like Benson was able to, again, rally and show what I think is the very best of the American spirit.
You have made a lot of people in a small local town very happy, and we thank you so much. Leysha Ward, thank you for being with us.
Thank you. I think this small town will inspire others across the country.
I think you're right. Thank you again.
Thank you.